Alright, here we go, the true arena. Yes, this is one you've all been waiting for. Man, I've had a hard time trying to actually find time to narrate this. This is actually going to be a post-recording for the fact, well, I did a live stream of it, and it's kind of hard with all the failings I did to narrate each and every aspect. So let's go ahead and try this. Alright, there are many options you could use. There's Hammer, which is the best for speedruns under any circumstance. There's Tornado, which is the cheapest. There's Spark, which is by far the most bang for your buck in terms of defense and offense. There's Ninja, which, you know, some people actually tend to, well... But there's also Umbrella here, which is the best ability ever, woot! It has invincibility frames like no tomorrow, woohoo! But we're not going to use that, so don't worry about that. Rock is the best defense. They say the best offense is a good defense, or something. So, yeah, that's pretty much all it is. So, like I said, there's also Ninja, but I thought it was going to, yeah, here Ninja. And this one, Ninja has the most invincibility frames, and it has a lot of interesting aspects you do with a lot of cheap moves. However, I'm going to be doing no abilities. Kirby, no items, final destination. Anyway, first off, we have Metal General. I'm going to be posting the winning run here, and I'm going to be posting the failings afterward. So I might even have to split this in half, because how long this is, I'm not even sure. So Metal General is here and trying to take me out with his little things. I think this is what they replaced Meta Knight with, in all honesty, because he has a sword, he's quick, he constantly like rushes around, he has a little dash attack like that, and plus the little sword attack, so who knows. Either way, I think Metal General is just overall awesome in every aspect of the way. Of course, you've already seen that when I narrated this guy before. As you can tell, I took him out pretty quickly to half health. I mean, very quickly. I mean, quicker than normal. Another thing you would also notice is that you have full health. You don't have the X mode health, so you have plenty of health to spare. And which I'll also show afterward, after you defeat this guy, something else, which makes this. So it's not nearly as mean. Now, this isn't nearly as impressive as the one person that did this: no healing items, no blocking, and no abilities. That was just overall impressive and a better time than I got somehow. I don't know what to pull that off, but okay. Either way, I thought I could have dodged that, but apparently I didn't. I don't know how the crap that happened. Maybe it was kind of in the blast somehow. Oh well, no big deal. I don't like the colors of this. I really don't like the way the Windows Media Movie Maker actually alters the colors. It really drives me nuts. This entire Let's Play, I get perfect colors in the recordings, but when I put it in Windows Movie Maker, it completely sucks it up. Oh well, whatever as you can tell, you have maximum tomatoes there. You have 3 maximum tomatoes. When you grab each one, it turns into a fruit, which doesn't heal as much, but oh well. I'm going to try taking on Goliath. Goliath, after as much practice, isn't nearly as hard as I made him out to be before. In fact, now I pretty much know his entire pattern, to where he's, you know, not even remotely threatening to me whatsoever. Yeah, this is pretty much a compilation of, like, all my good runs of the bosses. In fact, it has to for the true arena with no abilities, so what can you really expect? I'm taking him out pretty hardcore, just like, I mean, look at this. Look how well I'm taking him out. Of course, he's still extremely annoying, in fact, of, you know, just trying to actually get something to grab to actually hit him with, but what can you really do, right? That moves, he really doesn't even get any difficult at all until he gets into his second form, which is right now. In fact, you just stay over to this corner, you pretty much dodge, like, almost all of his attacks. Well, except his punch attacks and his going crazy and gonna bounce across the walls attack. But he's going to do a Spirit Bomb, which is completely unthreatening. I mean, you just sit over here, and it doesn't even do anything. You kind of missed. You could have tried to hit me to the other side, but no, you didn't. You just stood there like a little jerk. Either way, he decides to slam down at you just like before. He's still not really all that difficult. I mean, look at this. Look how well I'm taking him out. He's not really... Before, I was, like, threatened by this guy to a maximum amount, but I guess since I practiced so much and actually battled against him, he's not all that tough. Now, I could try to really dodge that attack without blocking, but really, I don't feel like wasting my time. I mean, it's kind of like a hit or miss, literally, but oh well. I mean, look at that. I took him out no problem. He didn't even have to do any of his jumping attacks. I took him out before he got to his third phase. Okay, one of my friends had a theory that if you went all the way to the bottom, possibly he would break the last one, you would die, so it's like a time limit. I don't know. I haven't really tested that theory, so who knows. Man, finding time to actually narrate this was a problem, because this is a Goliath file, whatever. Wispy Woods here. Wispy Woods X is possibly one of the hardest ones to take no damage from. In all honesty, even though he's a complete cinch in the main game, doing him with no damage is possibly one of the most difficult ones, for one attack in particular that you have to get really, really lucky on. And if you don't get lucky, well, you're pretty much screwed. So, hey, what can you do, right? So, they're doing pretty good so far. He has little spikes, so you can't get too close to him. It's this attack right here you pretty much have to get extremely lucky on. I mean, he inhales, and he drops down 2 apples. You have to pretty much hope that those apples don't hit you while you're trying to run, because if you try to go towards him, you get sucked in, you try to run away from the apples, and they can probably hit you. So you really have to judge and get really lucky there. And this attack's kind of easy. I mean, he has a Scarfy chasing you, big deal. I mean, Scarfy's kind of annoying. Just when he inhales, he just flies away anyway. I mean, now this, for example, I'm running fast, and I got really lucky there. I mean, I pretty much had to run, had to bounce over me while I was running. I am surprised at no damage on that, because pretty much every other run of this guy actually took damage in some way, shape, or form. But, alright, I'll take it. Now, Grand Doomer X is still just as boring as it was ever to actually watch and play. I mean, honestly, with something that's going to be the main boss of Popstar, you would think they would try to make this thing a lot more threatening. But once you learn its pattern, it's possibly one of the most boring, and then, you know, this guy just trolls. It's not even hard. He just, like, constantly warps around and try and stop attacks. I mean, and I miss. I'm like, crap. I really don't want to, you know, take too long with this boss, because this is one of the least entertaining ones in the game, in my opinion. I think, I know, at least Wispy Woods, even though it just sits there, it had a lot of cool attacks. Grand Doomer is just like, hey look, I have a bunch of attacks that, you know, you could completely dodge and inhale, so whatever. In fact, every special attack he shoots out at you, you could dodge. Every single one, you could just inhale all of his special attacks. He's not even all that difficult. In fact, I think the Ice Doomer is actually harder than the Grand Doomer. I don't know, that's just me. I'm not sure if you guys have the same opinion or not. Either way, I don't know. But, yeah, I mean, he's just not threatening in the slightest. In fact, I'm running out of things to say about how boring this guy is. I mean, really, you're doing the same thing, rinse and repeat. He doesn't even change it up. I mean, even that, you can super inhale. It's so, I mean, it's not even, at least his second phase is at least somewhat, you know, possible to get hurt by, but the first one's just overall, you know, garbage. I don't know who designed this boss. I mean, I have to admit, though, when I first fought Grand Doomer X, I died a few times. I'm not gonna deny that, because I didn't know what to expect. This was completely different than the normal fight I had before. But once you learn his pattern, he's easily he's one of the easiest ones to dodge, and he's just, his look, the atmosphere is just boring. I mean, there's nothing really exciting that he does. He has no real cool animation like Metal General. He has no cool, there's not a lot of color, it's just there. Oh well, I had enough ranting for this boss fight, I guess. But I mean, and also just so you know, they took out the little final smash thing. I mean, the final super ability section for this boss fight. So you pretty much just have to fight him without the super abilities. And he doesn't go into third phase. He just has 2 phases, and that's it in this one. Oh no, I could super inhale all those. What a shame. I'm just gonna dive right into the attack again. His only real threatening move is his ice attack, and even that is extremely, and he dodges that. Seriously, this guy just trolls. I mean, he's not even hard, he just, you know, annoys you. That's all he does. He's not even, you know, I keep on talking about how unthreatening this guy is, but I don't even know why I jumped there. I mean, I saw it stop. Why did I try to jump over it? That makes no sense. I don't understand my reasoning behind that. This is like the only attack he has that's even remotely threatening at all. However, you can just easily dodge it because he has a set pattern of doing that. So, I mean, that's the only time I took damage from this entire boss fight is from trying to jump over that pillar somehow. Well, finally we get to go on to a different boss here because I really hate this one. I do. I don't like this boss at all. It's just, Now, Fatty Puffer. At least this guy, even though it remotely freaking easy, is actually, you know, somewhat fun to look at. I mean, look at the scenery. It's awesome. He has some pretty cool looking animations and attacks. And, I don't know, he's just a lot more fun than the Grand Doomer X, despite being still easy to dodge. Now, this guy, when X mode, took me a while to actually figure out his pattern, especially when he grows big, but, I mean, this guy's pretty easy. Overall, the only thing you have to really worry about is trying to figure out which flash is which one he's actually going to duck down. I mean, you can pretty much inhale most of his attacks. Not really all that difficult, really, but, oh well, I mean, I'm just owning his life. You could even inhale the water, but I got hit by the water, too, because I tried to super inhale, but I somehow didn't manage to. I don't know. I'm not really going to question it. Now, the first time he uses that attack, the rolling attack, he doesn't actually go up onto the wall, so one time I actually died because I actually tried to, you know, dodge and go up on the wall. I'm like, oh wait, no, he doesn't go on the wall, so I have to stay at the bottom ground. Oh, how about that? Now here, I do Super Inhale like I'm actually supposed to, and once again, he's taking a lot of damage from that, so that's really the only thing you have to really worry about is this rolling attack, and when he actually charges a lot, you want to go ahead and float right above him so you don't get hit by the water. Now this time, of course, he rolls around the stage, unopposed to the first time where he goes back and forth. Like I said, if you guys saw my actual playthrough or my Let's Play, you would already know my strategies for fighting this guy, but I mean, this isn't really what this is about. This is actually just showing off the true arena. Now, I've personally, with mini bosses, could be a hit or miss. I mean, I could either do really well against them, or I could really, really suck. So, I'm just gonna grab a Max Untitled to be safe. I mean, I could possibly do this with taking no damage, but I don't want to risk it. Kibble Blade, easy. You can inhale his things that he throws at you, and just shoot him back. Jump over him when he needs to, when he charges at you, and that's pretty much it. However, this time I actually thought I could inhale up, but he's going to use a super charged one, which is I can't inhale, of course. But now I kill him off, so that's that. Easy. Easy peasy. Now, Moundo is my least favorite mini-boss, not really for difficulty, but just for the fact it's boring. I mean, his moves or attacks are slow. He has a lot of HP because he's so defensive. He takes so much HP, you have to hit him so many times, and none of his attacks are really all that threatening. I mean, he's just, if anything, he grows big, and that's it. But now he's dead, so, oh well, so much for that. However, this phase right here, you fight the two most annoying bosses in the game, Water Galbaros and Dubior X, at the same time. Now, I actually have some pretty good dodging skills here. I mean, look at that. That's pretty awesome dodging skills. But really, this guy, these do not mess around. I don't know how much jerks they were putting the two hardest bosses in the game in the same spot, but they were really being jerkish there. However, good thing is that they both have half the amount of HP as they normally have, since, you know, you fight them both at the same time, so that's one plus. However, their attacks combined are annoying. Once you get them down to one, it's very easy, because they'll more likely be down to Dubior, and I pretty much already mastered his ability set for now, so he's not really all that threatening to me. Of course, I don't know how many times I've already said that by now, but whatever. Alright, so one more hit after this should take him out, but he's going to run himself into the wall, so just going to die. So there you go. Alright, that mini boss is done, took no damage. Once again, like I said, I didn't really need the Max Tomato, I just wanted to be safe. Alright, here we go. So we have Sphere Doomers X now. You fight all 4 Sphere Doomers in a row. First off, you fight the Spark one, which is possibly one of the more annoying ones. I mean, like I said, this guy's possibly the closest thing to Krako you'll get aside from Dubior. And I really wish Krako was in here. I mean, they both have one eye. Both Dubior and Sphere Doomer X both have one eye, so they both have electricity attacks. So I mean, it's kind of like Krako, right? And Dubior X actually, well, although Dubior is more like Krako for the fact he actually shoots out those little babies, but oh well. Yeah, one more hit should take him out. I mean, I can just float above there and that's it. Just give me something to work with here. Give me something to work with. Not a black hole. I don't want a black hole. Come on. Come on. Try me, and you're dead. Okay. Now, you think you fight them one at a time? No, this time you fight the Sphere Doomers X, you know, from the last level of the game. Well, last true level before you get into the boss fights, I guess. But, or let's just say World 7-3. This is the boss from that. You fight them both at the same time. I would suggest when they're shooting energy spheres like that, just keep on inhaling, don't just settle for one, and then hit them both at the same time like I did there, because they're already both down to over half health. So that means with one hit, I can take out another and be fighting just one. So that's very nice. I'm just going to sit over here. I could have taken some of those purple ones, but oh well. Oh man, my throat's kind of drying out for narrating this really long. I haven't even gotten to the long part yet. Man, maybe I should drink something. I don't have a water bottle nearby. I'll just take some coffee instead. There we go. Ah, coffee. Always good. That hits the spot. I love coffee. Especially Starbucks coffee. Of course. Why am I talking about this? Anyway. So, I took him out now, and now you fight the Ice Sphere Doomer. And, of course, this guy we've already seen. Possibly... I don't think this guy actually flipped the stage upside down when I was fighting him. I think I took him out too quickly. Not mistaken, maybe I am. I haven't really watched a successful battle yet, but we'll see. And I tried to super inhale, but apparently I failed and didn't, you know, kind of super inhale quick enough, I guess. But I took damage, so that kind of stinks for me. I really didn't want that to happen, but what can you do? I mean, I do that way too often. I mean, I have many mistakes in this. I could have played so much better than somebody's looking at this, but I'm not really going to try to test it. I mean, I could probably increase my time if I want to, but I'm not going to actually even waste my time. For one boss in particular that just drives me nuts that I cannot... There's one boss in particular in this true arena that I cannot stand, and it was the true reason why I can't do this without healing. I could possibly do this without healing if it wasn't for that one boss, but that one boss, which you'll see, is. So, I'm just gonna grab some fruit there, because obviously I need some fruit to heal myself. I mean, I just wanted to grab it just because I could, just to bring myself to slightly good health. Man, it's like mini boss marathon here. We have like all the mini bosses here in the same exact spot, so that's cool. Get these out of the way real quick, I guess. I mean, alright, that works. I'll gotta get rid of the mini bosses now, because some of these are really annoying to watch. I mean, really boring, not really annoying to watch. Okay, you had that chill up for way too long. Seriously, you had that way up too long. Well, he's done now. Did you get killed from like 3 hits? That's pretty bad, actually, for you. I would suggest taking him, hitting against Waddle Do X, and then floating right over to the right side, because that's exactly what's going to happen. And that's the only way you can really dodge his attacks. Again, of course, and then we took him out. Alright, that's good. King Do X can be really annoying when he gets to half health, and luckily we took him out too, so come on. Just give me something to work with. I mean, after you get Bonkers X down to, you know, by himself, he's easy. In fact, the only real threatening Bonkers was Super Bonkers X, but you can't fight him with this smoke because they don't want to have you cheap through the true arena with super ability, which is why I don't have it in here. So now we have a Spyro. I mean, well, one thing I should mention about the Great Dragon here. I mean not Great Dragon, Landia. If you notice, his 2 colors he has, orange is normal and X mode is purple. Not only is that a reference to Spyro, if you remember the Great Dragon X, or if you remember the Great Dragon from Kirby Superstar Ultra, he actually had those 2 colors. And also, he had the same attack when it says Great Dragon flapped his wings. Same attack. You flew against the wall and had those little projectiles like that. Like Air Cutter almost. So I think that is a very neat, you know, reference there to the Great Dragon from Kirby Superstar Ultra. It might not be intentional, but I don't see how that was a coincidence. I mean, the same colors, the same kind of attack, the same moveset and everything. I just think it's a very neat reference to the Great Dragon. I don't know. That's just me. And if you guys don't know what the Great Dragon is, look up Computer Virus for Kirby, for Superstar Ultra. Or Battle Windows from the original Superstar is what they called it until they changed the name. They changed the name of a lot of things for that Computer Virus. They changed it from Battle Windows to Computer Virus. They changed it from Witch to Wizard, or wait, no, Witch to Magician. And they changed Dancing Puppet or Dancing Doll to Puppet or something like that. Whatever. Yeah, not really much to narrate since I told you I already fought these bosses before in Let's Play, but I'll do my best here. I mean, I'm just gonna do what I normally do here. I mean, I'm not playing any better than I did against the actual main boss when I fought this guy, but, I mean, I really think that this boss was a lot easier in X mode than he was in normal mode. I mean, just look at this. When he gets closer, it's supposed to be more difficult for you, but it actually is a lot easier. Just float up there and that's it. It's really easy to dodge. I'm gonna see if we can hit him twice. Come on, hit me twice. Hit him twice. Yes, got it. Awesome. I love when I hit bosses twice. It's like there's like a satisfying feeling about hitting bosses twice. I don't know, because it's so rare to actually get to pull it off, but when you do, it's like, alright, less time to actually waste on these guys. Alright, so, I'm doing pretty good here, and, oh well, one more hit should take you out pretty well. I was hoping I could do it with just, you know, right there, but I've actually taken Landia out before I actually did that part, but, what can you do? One more hit from anything you do, and that should be it right there. Just give me that. And you're dead. Okay, goodbye, Landia. You were fun to face. I really should get some, like, real water here, because my throat's kind of drying out pretty bad. Pretty bad. At least we're on round 10. And, one thing I should take note of is after round 10, everything is in a set pattern after round 10. From round 11 to round 15, everything's in a set pattern of what you face. And I'll show you when you get there. Surprise Mr. Duder Rex is the last thing you face. I mean, this is like one of the first things you face in the game, but... oh well, I mean, pretty much rounds 1 through 10 are completely random of who you face in what order. But like I said, rounds 11 through 15, spoiler alerts are 15 rounds, are... I actually got hit by that. Okay, wow. Like I said, there are a lot of ways I could have improved on this, you know, run, but I think the fact that I actually did no abilities to begin with, I think is pretty good. Man, I am not doing good against Mr. Duderex, am I? I'm actually taking a lot of hits from him. My gosh, he's doing a lot of damage to me. Oh well. Well, we can't have a good run of everything, can we? Oh well. I don't really know what to say. I mean, I pretty much already mentioned everything I could in the Let's Play already. And that was when I was battling it live. If you guys want to see this, you know, actually when I was playing it live, you can very well give a link to it in the annotation there to the link. And you guys could watch it live if you want to. I mean, people who were watching it live for like 4 hours straight while I was trying to do this. So I appreciate those people who actually were watching the stream all the way through. I mean, after I got to a certain point, it got extremely boring. Alright, so here we have the Lore Starcutter X and Magolor. This boss here, I forgot to show off something in the main Let's Play, so I'm going to show it off here. Yeah, I didn't actually show off what happens if you charge. I'm going to charge and shake, and let's see what kind of powerful this does. I forgot to show this off. I don't know why I did. In fact, it would have been easier to take him out with this. Just watch how quick I take him out with this. Charge, shake, 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 charge, shake, charge. Look, you can just look how much damage you're dealing that way. You're doing it so quickly too. I mean, you already took him down to half health that way. It's pretty beast. You took him down to his second form already. And this is his attack that he's going to use if you don't shake while you're charging, which I'm going to show you off here. Once again, he uses this little attack like Zero he actually uses in Kirby Dream Land 3. Except it's not blood, it's actually stars this time. What can you do? So that's how it looks like if you don't actually charge and shake. Once again, look how quickly you can take him out just by spamming that move. It's beast. That move is so beast. It's like destructive to the max. And that's it. He couldn't even do his little tornado move, which is beast. Man, that was a quick run if I'd ever heard one. Alright. Now, round 12 is HRD3. I'm gonna grab a Maximum Tomato here and hope I do well. If I have a good run against this, then I hope I can have I hope I can have enough health to take on the next boss, which you guys will see is the hardest boss in the game to do with no abilities by a long shot. So, alright, gonna smash it with your hammer arm thing, that's no big deal. I mean, this part here is actually pretty easy. If you noticed here, HRD3 actually steals music from both the Popstar boss and Landia. So this right here is actually making... I mean, this boss in general is an actual reference to HRH from Kirby's Dream Land 64. You know, Kirby 64 and the Crystal Shards, not Kirby Dream Land 64. Although, Kirby 64 might as well have been Kirby Dream Land 64 because it was a sequel to Kirby Dream Land 3. Ah, well, whatever. Anyway, this boss here, if you noticed, the music right there actually was from Sphere Doomer X, or Grand Doomer X, and this music is actually stolen from Landia. He steals two of the two final bosses' themes for this little boss right here, which is kind of interesting. But it's not really anything really noteworthy, but I mean, it's there. I mean, I really wish that if they wanted to actually, you know, use music tracks like that, make your own for HRD3. I really think a techno boss theme would be pretty awesome if they made like a techno boss theme. I mean, just think of how, I mean, if they would have made a track for this boss, kind of like, what was it? At Stage 6 too, if they would have made a boss theme like that, like in the same techno range, I think that would have been pretty freaking awesome. But, no, instead they actually just steal themes and recycle them. No big deal, I mean, it's kind of cool they actually had a new boss that wasn't in the normal mode. So, I guess there's, you know, not really room to complain. But that's just my own two thoughts on it. I mean, I really wish they wouldn't have just stole the two, you know, final boss themes and actually went for this. I mean, it's not really the final boss theme, but it's one of the final boss themes, I guess. Like, pseudo final boss theme-ish. So far, I've taken no damage against this guy, which is pretty impressive. I mean, that hammer arm right there is really hard to dodge by itself. And, wow, no damage run. Nice. However, I need as much health as I could get for this next boss here. I actually cut out a few parts here. If you guys thought of, you know, just skipping ahead and like redoing this, no, you can actually just watch it yourself. But I'm actually gonna go ahead and fight this boss head on right here. I mean, this, if you remember Kirby Star Superstar Ultra, this is Galacta Knight. This guy is so ridiculous. I mean, he is quick, he's unpredictable, he has no set pattern of his moves. He could block, he could counter, he could do pretty much everything, and he attacks so quickly. And he dodges attacks like a pro, like a boss. Ha. Anyway, if you remember what Magolor said about people from his homeland, he knows people from our homeland like that used to actually fight Kirby, or he knew people from his homeland that Kirby has actually fought before. He might have been talking about Galacta Knight, because if you look in the background, that looks like Calcondra in the back with the actual, you know, fire and everything. And this is Galacta Knight, and Kirby has fought it before in the True Arena from Kirby Superstar Ultra, so that Magolor might have been referencing Galacta Knight when he was talking about that. Either way, if you notice, he also steals Landia's music until now. Then he gets freaking serious. Yeah, baby, it's a remix of Galacta Knight's music from Kirby Superstar Ultra. And he gets freaking ticked. He's like, I'm gonna destroy you now. You have no chance to live. I'm going to freaking tear you up. Yeah, if this looks easy to you or hard, whichever looks to you, just know now it's 1,000 times harder than it actually looks. I can't stress that enough. If you float, he counters you when you float. You cannot float against this boss or he will freaking annihilate you. All your jumps have to be normal, and even when you jump normally, he is hard to dodge. This guy truly is for only true Kirby masters to actually do with no abilities. I mean, it's like trying to fight Meta Knight with no abilities, except twice as hard. Because Galacta Knight has attacks that not even Meta Knight could do. At this point here, I thought it was screwed right there. I'm like, oh crap, he did the final cutter on me. He did the final cutter on me. Well, actually, that wasn't really the final cutter, but that was like the sword version of it, like the multi-slash or something like that. Either way, I get like, come on, don't die, please, please, please don't die, and I take him out, like, yes! Oh man, if you guys want to see all my fails, trust me, I will be posting that in a later recording too, so yeah, this guy is nothing to laugh at. Now here, I'm like, oh gosh, I have to take a break here. This is, oh man, I can't believe it beat Meta Knight, or Galacta Knight. I can't believe that. So many attempts I had on that thing. He's so ridiculously overpowered. But now it's not over yet. We still have 2 bosses to take care of here, guys. We still have 2 bosses. Magolor and Magolor Soul. It's just you and me, Magolor. It's just you and me. Oh, you're getting yourself twice. Alright, I'll take that right off the bat. Nice. I wasn't even trying for that. Gotta love this music, though. The music is freaking awesome. I really wish I could have had accurate colors for this boss, though, but I blame once again, I blame Windows Movie Maker for that. Luckily, I have a new program now that makes it a lot better. I mean, actually has accurate colors. In fact, you'll actually see an example of those colors when I actually post my failing video of this, because my failings is actually using my new program. It's one you could actually pay for. I tried the trial version, and it's freaking amazing. But anyway, so, of course, he has a black hole move, because it's come down to about half health already, and he's already ticked, and still, he's still not threatening at all. Although he's still, actually, he's a lot quicker, so he is still somewhat threatening. But, I mean, Magolor X isn't really the hard boss, it's Magolor Soul that's freaking destructive. And, yeah. Super Beam, of course. Just inhale all those. I'll just wait for you. Once again, I said before, his attack does nothing. You can stay in a corner. I think even stayed in the middle of the floor did nothing. Maybe you have to actually be in the air to actually get hit by that. I don't know, but there is hit twice again. Nice. I love hitting twice. I really do. Hitting twice is like the most satisfying feeling in this game. It's like, haha, yes, I can waste less time against you. Go ahead and give me some energy fear so I can kill you off. Alright. One more hit should be good. One more hit. Come on. Just one more hit. Gonna shoot your ice sphere doomers at me, which do nothing. Wrong way. Over here, guy. Over here, Magolor. Just over here. Don't face against me, please. I'm over here. Hello. Hello. I mean, you don't need to face away from me. I'm in the corner. You can easily turn around. Right here, waiting for you, Magolor. Come on. And you troll, stall. I'm gonna DC cause stall. Okay. Come on, you don't even have a sliver of health left. Just let yourself die, honestly. Why are you gonna constantly stall like this? That's not cool. Okay, you're gonna block with your shield. Come on. Just let me kill you, please. I just wanna kill you. There we go. Alright. So Magolor X goes down in fire. However, the main boss, the final boss, were the true, not the secret boss, but the final boss, Magolor Soul. This might possibly give me some trouble. I took no damage from Magolor X, but what about Magolor Soul? Well, I think Kirby deserves some well-deserved rest after that. After beating Galacta Knight and beating Magolor Soul with no damage, Magolor X with no damage, I need some rest. So I'm going to grab that. And let's head on to the portal. And also, if you noticed here, the portal there, you cannot grab that Maxim Tomato box in there because, you know, there's a portal there instead of an actual door. So you will drop whatever item you were holding. So, I never actually got to go into specifics of, you know, I mean, I did point out how the Drasha attack with the spikes, but I never actually showed out what other attacks Magolor Soul has that's very similar to Zero, or very similar to other Kirby bosses. I mean, there was that super hyper beam that's from Marks. You can teleport like Marks, so he's kind of a lot like Marks, but he has other attacks too. Spikes, of course. Spikes, just... Yep, that was definitely not hitting me. Why don't you shoot a portal in the opposite direction? Like, shoot a portal towards me. I mean, why don't you have a portal against me and one towards me, instead of having, like, no... You have horrible aim, Magolor, really. Although that's what's happening, there's on a set pattern for your attacks, unlike, you know, Galacta Knight. And 2 hits again. I love getting 2 hits on that. That's awesome. Magolor Soul is pretty awesome in the fact that he actually has those portals that can teleport little laser through. In all honesty, I mean, his first phase isn't too difficult. It's his super ability form that annoys the crap out of me. Come on. I forgot to wait to hold on to my, you know, star until I actually went through here. But, oh well, that's going to just cut off some time that I could have gotten for a speed run. But, oh well, I'm not going to try to do a speed run of this with no abilities. This attack is actually new for Magolor himself. I don't remember any boss ever came that from the Kirby series. So I think that's new for him. That's cool. Once again, the little laser attack. I'm just gonna float up here. And that's actually pretty freaking wide. Yeah, but still easy to dodge, because, yeah. And you get twice in a row again. Nice. So now you go to your super form. Of course, this part is hard to dodge. I mean, you have to get really lucky with this attack here with the super hammer. I mean, you could actually shoot icicles that is going to hit you or not. I dodged out like a pro. Nice. And now if you notice, the floor is also spiked, so you don't want to land on the ground too early either. Super swords. Okay, that's fine. Hit over there. Whatever. Hit over to the other side now. Now this is float above you. Gonna shoot out both swords. Swing and miss. So, what can you do? Yep, I completely outsmarted you. And you're gonna stall again. Out of your ordinary. Now he goes into his spark form. And also one thing I forgot to take notice of, if you notice, he never actually had a snowball ability to actually copy us. However, in his X form, since his hammer and his sword are both ice, it might have been a reference to Snowball there to the fact that he actually combined the Snowball abilities with the sword and the hammer. This is kind of hard to dodge if you're not proper. Like, you have to actually be really quick on your feet and stay away from Magolor at all times. Otherwise, you'll hit yourself. Okay, I guess his hands aren't affected in the hitbox area, I guess, because apparently I hit him just fine and it doesn't hurt me. I guess only his head, with the eyeball there, which is a reference to Zero 2, or Zero in general, although it's not Zero. I mean, he also flips the stage upside down like Dark Mind. Of course, so could the Sphere Doomer X, so could the Ice Doomer. Now, even though it looks a lot like Zero 3 may have looked like, it's not Zero 3 at all. I mean, if you notice the backover text I showed off in the Let's Play, it's actually the embodiment of the crown itself. So unless Zero somehow got trapped inside a crown that Landia was wearing somehow, and somehow got released from that crown somehow, it's not dark matter. It's not dark. It might be a remnant of dark matter, but it's not Zero at all. It just has a reference to him. That's pretty much it. It's not Zero, although it looks a lot like him, so it might as well be. Whatever. Now, I see Goro there. I'm not going to stand there for that, so I'm just going to walk over here, dodge that attack like a pro, and oh great, hammer again. Alright, I'm just going to wait for you to get close, shoot that back at you, take damage, dodge over that, and alright, no icicles hit there at that time. Sweet. Alright. Alright. That's still not doing anything to me. Still not doing anything. I'm just going to walk over here. How did that not hurt me? Honestly, that looked like it would have hurt. That looks like it should have hit me by all means. How... Man, there must be some weird hitbox I'm not aware of on Kirby or something, because that should have just stopped right through my heart there. Oh well. Not really gonna question it, I guess. Whatever. I mean, I'm not really sure what Kirby's hitbox is. I mean, we all know that when it comes to hitboxes, it's not actually the full character, except in some games, which makes it ridiculously difficult like that, and just to be jerks. And once again, I don't know how that hit me. Once again, I must have missed his head or something. I'm just getting lucky with not getting hit there. I'm getting pretty lucky. Oh well, not gonna question it once again. Alright. One more hit. One more hit and you should be gone here. One more hit. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay over here. And miss. Crap. Freaking teleporting around. Oh crap. No, 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 no. That's way too close. That is way too close for comfort there. Okay. Well. Alright. Come on, you can use this attack again. That's fine. Use this 3 times now. Alright, that's kind of annoying, I guess. And I dodge it again, like a pro. Nice. Do like. Oh, swords. Okay, I can use the swords. There. It's fine. Sword over here. It's fine. So again, I'm just gonna float above you. And those swords he uses look exactly like Meta Knight's sword, or what is that? Galaxia. It's exactly like the sword of Galaxia, except an ice version of it. And now wow, I beat him and Magolor X without taking any damage. Took HRD3 without taking damage. I beat Galacta Knight without, well, I took damage, but without abilities. I had a pretty good second half of that. Holy crap. So yeah, 31 minutes. I could probably beat that time, but I'm not really going to try. I'm completely content with beating that with no abilities with that time. So, Kirby looks so awesome with that little trophy. So back out of here. Player 1 can now select characters other than Kirby in the True Arena, as in Waddle Dee, King DDD, and Meta Knight. We both have hammer, sword, and spear. And here's a hidden movie. It's called the Kirby Master video. Yep, you only get that if you 100% both modes and beat the Arena and True Arena. So, you are a true Kirby Master, baby. And you see Magolor there, along with Galacta Knight. People are like, oh my gosh, Magolor's still alive. It's not canon. Those flames is not canon. It's just there as like a little... I don't know if people actually think that's canon, that, Magolor is still alive. I'm like, no, Magolor pretty much disintegrated and died. In fact, even the overtext told you that. So if you notice here, Kirby has a little crown on there, which is pretty awesome. Well, anyway, that's that. So that's going to be for it now. See you guys next time.